welcome. So, all this stuff going on, huh? All these thoughts, all these things to do, all these things that we see and things that we hear and decisions we have to make and feelings we feel about something, and this whole dance of life, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's magical, it's incredible, it's ups and downs. Sometimes it's wonderful, sometimes it's terrible, and sometimes it's wonderful for a long period of time and then it goes terrible again, and then it's terrible for a long period of time and lots of places in between. So let's just get a taste of, or at least just acknowledge what life is. These ups and downs, this moving energy of life. And we of course do all kinds of things to try and make it easier, and sometimes they work and sometimes they don't work, and even spiritual practices to try and make it easier and to calm things down, and that's great. That's all part of life. But at some point, maybe, well, in my case, not maybe, definitely, it's important to ask ourselves some deeper questions. Like, what is life? Who am I? Who are we? What is really going on? And sometimes these questions, they come to the forefront of the mind. Sometimes they just hang around in the back. Oftentimes we're just too busy dealing with life to even be aware of these questions at all. But something amazing can happen when we do start asking these questions, and maybe admitting that, oh yeah, maybe asking these questions is important. It's not just a luxury. Maybe it's important right now. Maybe it could really make a difference. So all this coming and going of our perceptions and our thoughts and our likes and dislikes and our relationships, people coming into our life, people going out, pains and pleasures. But all these things come and go, and what is common? What stays? What stays? What is common throughout our life? What doesn't change? We can ask ourselves, what is it that every experience has in common? The awareness of it, right? If we choose any experience, it's the awareness that made it an experience. So let's explore this as a possibility. Let's go to this place that I call awareness. Let's explore it, because maybe Maybe we're in agreement that awareness is common, maybe we're not. But let's explore it as a possibility, because if we can really get down to what is it that doesn't change, you know, then maybe that can offer not just a way out of suffering for ourselves, but a way out of suffering for the world. You know, it can offer it as a possibility, as something really concrete. Because if it doesn't come and go, if it is an experience that is constant and doesn't come and go, then it doesn't lack anything. It is complete, you know? Rather than getting caught in all the things that come and go, what happens if we stay at home in that which doesn't come and go? So let's explore this, you know, to see whether awareness, or the knowing of our very experience, the awareness of our very experience, let's explore, see if it does come and go. So I ask you, are you aware? I ask myself, am I aware? Yeah, we have to say yes, because it's true, we're aware, for sure. That's clear. So where do we go to answer yes? With practice, we just get to realize straight away that it's not something we look for with the mind, yet it is something that we just go, oh yeah, awareness. Not the things that we're aware of, but the awareness itself. It's right here. It's right here. It doesn't come and go. And when we go there, it's not our experience that it's located, that it's finite, that it's born out of a brain, or that it belongs to me. That's just what thought says. Thought creates this story that awareness is a property of me. I am aware. So if we say, I am aware, or if you say, you are aware, I am aware. If you say that, you imply that the I is somehow separate from the awareness, and the awareness is a property of the I. But do we find the I that is separate from the awareness? Let's take a look. I am aware. Do I find the I that is separate from the awareness? Do I find an I that is aware? See, the word I, there is awareness of it. So it's not separate from the awareness. The feeling I. Yeah, there's awareness of that. So it's not separate from the awareness. Everything that happens, there is awareness of it. The awareness is not separate from the things. The awareness is the experience of life. It doesn't come and go. It doesn't belong to a person. It is the same awareness that is everywhere. The thoughts come and go. The thoughts about awareness come and go. The I thought, the thought that creates a separate identity in each human being, a seemingly separate identity. But really it's all awareness. It's the dance of awareness. It's awareness in motion. It's the movie of life, but it's all made of the screen. The screen is awareness, consciousness. So let's be the screen. Let's be that which doesn't come and go. Let's be our actual experience, so we don't get lost as a movie character looking for happiness. Really, we're looking for the screen. We're looking for our true nature. We've got lost. We've got lost as a character. And then we try and find our way back to some semblance of home, to some feeling of home. But actually all we need to do is ask ourselves, what is our primary experience? What is our actual direct experience that doesn't come and go? And go there, be this. This is what is meant by know thyself, or self-inquiry, self-abidance, being who we really are. We live in a world where thoughts are so activated. We can struggle to stay in balance and not have our thoughts just take us on a mad trip. I've been there, big time. It's a crazy world. It is a crazy world. So how important is it to be who we really are? The sanity of that which doesn't come and go, the sanity of our actual experience rather than jumping on the train of thinking and identifying with our thoughts about ourselves and about other people, and we develop all these judgments, and that's beautiful, that's no accident. But at some point in our life we really have to question who we are really. Yeah, we have to develop an ego. We have to know ourselves to be separate from the world in order to develop as a human being. But there is a stage of development which we need to tend to, which has been lost in so many societies and cultures. This stage of development of not just saying who I am not the furniture, I am not that person, I am not my thoughts, I am not my feelings. Who are we? We also have to ask, who are we really? What doesn't come and go? Let's be that. Let's not just hope that one day it comes, this sense of peace comes, always in the future. Let's be that now. The world needs it. We need it. We need to reside as much as possible in the place of peace. And of course, when we do, it infuses our life. So when we do have to tend, which we all do, we have to tend sometimes quite intensely with situations, with relationships. But it can this life can become infused with the knowledge of who we really are. Infused with the actual experience that who we really are is infinite. It's not in time and space. The mind creates time and space, but it's not who we are. Who we really are is limitless. It's shared. And little by little, this sense of separateness falls away, and all the tensions fall away with it. And all the desires to get happy from the world or from other people just fall away. Peace and happiness. The happiness of knowing that nothing external can really take away the joy of our own being. That's the path we're on. So I invite us to be, to remember, to keep remembering this thread of remembrance, traveling through our day and the thread of remembrance. Opening up to who we really are.